As rural areas all over the world collapse in the unplanned, unthinking march to full urbanization, the histories of these communities, the stories of these people, extremely complex, are lost forever. So it's a people's archive. It's not being recorded by someone else. People participate in it on their terms, on their agreement to speak, by consent only, is to tell the stories of the everyday lives of everyday people. That's our slogan at the top of the archive. You'll see it at our masthead. It becomes extremely important for us to exist because the mainstream media don't give a damn. Okay? The mainstream media are about the Kardashians or about the corporations, okay, or about some supermodel. The mainstream media don't tell the stories of ordinary people, whether in the cities or in the villages. Part of the idea of a people's archive is to take journalism back to communities. It's a 17-minute documentary. I'm showing you a 1-minute teaser. There is an industry in Kerala called the boat repair industry. The boats are almost gone, meaning boat making industry is gone. Okay, you no longer have it. But people use boats that are 100 years old, that are 80 years old. The boat makers are gone, the boat repair guys who keep these boats alive. These guys are the last generation of highly skilled craftsmen who can make a boat run for 100 years. Okay? And you know what they are? They're also musicians. They play music while they repair. The music is not separate from the repair. It's part of, they're using their hammer and chisels. They're working and they're creating percussion sound. Different members of that orchestra are sitting and working on different boats. This wasn't something they staged for us. They do it. We went there hearing about it. Our filmmaker, Sashi, who made this, he heard about it, he went there and he filmed it. See, we do this thing called the talking album. So we've decided that to have audio captions along with the regular photos. No, we have both. We have print captions and audio captions, and we link these sometimes to articles. Okay? So people have a choice of the media in which they want to understand the story or absorb the story or engage with it. His name is Karukavel Nadar. Every day of his life during the palm season, when the palm trees are yielding sap, he will climb 50 palm trees 3 times a day, and that's more than twice the height of the Empire State Building. Now, the sap that comes out of this can either go into making palm molasses, palm jaggery or palm molasses. Or the other thing you can do with this sap is that you can ferment it into a palm wine. Much to the anger of the church, he is keeping his hold on the tree with one hand and with balancing his legs. No ropes, no risk insurance. One slip, you're either dead or crippled for life from that height. Very hard, unyielding ground at the base. There are no nets, no ladders, no elevators, no fire department to come and get you out. Look at the height. For us, it was extraordinary. For him, it was another day at the office. He couldn't figure out what we saw in what he was doing that was so extraordinary. But he was not displeased. I need my audiences to respect that labor. Danger that a guy climbs twice the height of Empire State Building every day. I'm wanting that reflects in the dignity with which we treat labor. I want that the next time we are buying a product from these guys to remember what kind of work went into it. Right?
Imagine mounting 200 kilograms of coal on your bicycle and then pushing that physically, using your bike as a trolley, not as a cycle, across distances of 40 kilometers or more. It's what the Koilawalas, or coal carriers, of Godda district in the Santal Paraganas do for a living, though they don't earn much more than a net of 30 rupees at the end of each trip. The coal they bring as a cheap energy source to poor consumers comes from the waste dumps near the open cast coal mines in Lalmatia. That is a national energy saving. Not in the eyes of officialdom though, which criminalizes this activity and punishes the Koilawalas for it.
The average talking album would be between 5 to 7 minutes. We have the talking album as a format, many other formats. You'll find that all ancient societies have professional storytellers. Those who told the story are disappearing. So we need to record them. And these were the basis of your civilizations. The rural, everyday journalism. I think journalism is about people. So capturing the histories and allowing people to try and tell those histories from their own standpoint, I think that's important. If the work is good enough, we encourage people to use any technology available to them. We don't say that you've got to take these high definition, but let me show you something that was done on a cell phone, okay? In the loneliest part of southern India, in a place called Edamalkudi, where we got stuck with the elephant. It's wild elephant territory. I walk into a school. There's not a word of English spoken in that area. It's completely cut off, a unique tribe that lives there in the mountains. No English, no sign, not a single signboard in English, no newspapers in English, no television in English, no television much of the time because there's no electricity. And I asked the kids, what's your favorite subject? And they say English. So I asked them to show me some English. They were learning it through songs and things. So that when I asked them to show me some English, the teacher told them, sing uncle a song. Don't ask me where they got the lyrics from, but listen to it. I have watched that 1,000 times, it doesn't tire me. And it's shot on a cell phone. Actually, it's shot on an iPhone 4. These are unique parts of our culture and civilization as human race, not just as Indians. We need to record that. Anyone can download from People's Archive and use it, provided it's not for commercial purposes. If you are doing it for a public library, we have no problems with that. We encourage you to download. If you're a school teacher trying to teach her children something about working women, we might even send you better photographs of more resolution, as long as you are not making revenue out of it. See, the criteria for the actual stories is very simple. Everyday lives, everyday people. It could be anything. So we are looking at the histories of people. We are both a contemporary journal and an archive. In that, we find that we are often coming up with discovering the extraordinary in the ordinary.